and a very hearty good evening to everyone. With me in the studio here, Ryan, co-commentator, co-owner of SRA and the manager. Ryan, glad to have you here, glad to see you back on track as well, and the penultimate round of the 2024 SRA Touring Car Championship, and it is and was a hell of a race.
Yeah, good evening, guys, and glad to have been back on track. From what I can tell you from my side, out of a driver's point of view, what a race. I'm sure there's plenty of action waiting to come, and enjoy the racing.
Well, what we can tell the guys, Dani van Rooyen, they're sitting on pole. You can hear them revving up, they're getting ready. Dylan Phakisa actually on pole position, Dani van Rooyen in second place. These are the two top contenders. Melvin Gous in third place, Ryan in fourth place. Fifth place we have Guys. Sixth place, I do believe that is the Subaru of Michael Ross as they're going to turn one. Melvin Gous on the inside there of Dani van Rooyen. And Ryan Ludik, the quickest front wheel drive so far, but he's coming under heaps of pressure there from Wayne Mitten as well as Michael Rust. And we see Jano van der Westhuizen there in the fight as well. But Melvin Gous and Dani van Rooyen there side by side. Dani very late on the braking, and Ryan coming in to try and stay up with these rear-wheel drive cars.
Yeah, these rear-wheel drive cars definitely putting down the show and showing that the track definitely suits the rear-wheel drive cars. Not the easiest task to get them around nonetheless.
Well, the longer, faster sweeps, as you said there, Ryan, suits these cars a lot better. But in the background there, it seems like Michael is starting to put the pressure there. No, that is Jano van der Westhuizen who's starting to put the pressure there on Margai, I do believe.
Yeah, Janu not having the best out of seat time, getting to get to grips with the car, but definitely throwing his face around and looking to a great result over here.
And I made a mistake there. That is actually the Subaru of Peter Geldenhuys. So Peter not having a bad start and currently running in 8th place and chasing down Janu and Margai there.
Janu hopping the curves there just ever so slightly.
Yeah, we know these rear-wheel drive cars do not like the curbs, and it is going to be one epic battle to see if they can hang on to it.
No, that's for sure. And not to mention, and I keep on rephrasing back on this, but tyre wear definitely quite a considerable thing to take into consideration with how these cars perform during the course of the race.
Yeah, it does, especially on the front wheel drives, it does make a huge difference. We see Lyle Ramsey there, he's putting a slight gap over Yannick Coetzee. Yannick Coetzee, actually always a good top 5 runner, struggling a bit here on Phakisa. He didn't have too much seat time. I do believe they were in Joburg for quite some time, so he didn't get any practice. So literally just trying to get the laps in there, and he's currently being led by Chris Foley, who's made a welcome return to SRA and showing that he still got it, and leading Yanni there in the Honda.
That's fair. And as you mentioned also, Lyle Ramsey just ahead. Not in the favourite position where he wants to be, but definitely showing he has space over the curbs nonetheless. Not quite up as high as what he'd like to be, but let's see how the race progresses for him.
And as we go through the field there, we see Chantal de Jager behind us. She's got Leon Berger behind them, a whole string of cars coming through, and a lot happening here. We've got our South African Irishman Justin Vermeulen also joining in another BMW, and these guys all battling throughout the field. Everywhere you look, there is some kind of battle going on now, albeit in 22nd or 23rd or in first place. The guys really putting their hammer down and racing their hearts out.
Yeah, it was quite a busy track in terms of turnout for us. A lot of drivers in for this race, and some couldn't make it, but yeah, glad to see a full field nonetheless.
And look at that, Renando Berger right on the rear bumper of Justin Vermeulen, and Ernest Heather then on the outside going to make a move. Can he do it? Renando gets
some rubbing, some more rubbing.
Unfortunately there for Ernest. The road just got a bit too narrow, sadly there. Ernest going off there, but rejoining, and we see Michael Russell also having had an off somewhere, trying to fight his way back through the field. But going back to the leaders here, these three guys slowly putting away, and it's Dylan Phakisa currently leading the way in that. I love that car, that Cartoon Network Subaru, and
absolutely stunning livery that, and it shows its presence in the mirrors, let me tell you that.
And you see Dani van Rooyen there. Dani really pushing super hard. These guys are in a very, very close battle for the championship lead. And it can flip either way with only 2 rounds remaining. This one here at Phakisa and followed by the final round in 2 weeks' time at Kailami. And they're not going to give an ins. Then we see Melvin Gous in 3rd place trying to catch up to Dani. But Dani all the wise is saying, no, that's not going to be that easy. And then in 4th place, Ryan Lurik now coming under pressure from Margai.
Yeah, Mark Guy also doing an absolutely superb job holding the rear wheel drive of Janu van der Westhuizen at bay. So these two front wheel drive cars really, really working hard to stay up ahead.
Well, fortunately for these guys, and unfortunately for Janu himself, when the guys are practicing on Sundays, Janu has a tendency to get stuck behind the Breithongs and sometimes a beer or two, so he doesn't put in any practice. He gets in and he just jumps in blind. So with a bit of practice, I can promise you, you will see Janu right up at the front of the pack.
No, that's for sure. And Janu also getting ever slightly used to a new wheel, so just getting the feel around as well. But putting huge pressure there on Mark Guy lifting the wheel there at the back, but huge pressure there.
Well, up front we can see Dani van Rooyen has now, it looks like he is catching up. That BMW running super low, you can see him scraping on the ground there. And absolutely on the limit there, he's trying his utmost best to catch up to Dylan, and Dylan is not having any of it. The issue here I think that we might see is that the Subaru has a tendency to eat away its tyres quicker than the BMW. And that might just play into the favour of Dani towards the end of the race.
Donnie has proven that he can very well look after tyres and definitely knows how to adapt driving style the moment he feels something's not right. And but Donnie's still pushing really, really hard, but not putting too much at risk there.
Then we see the SRA number 3 car there of Ryan Lurik. First time this car is on track. Ryan has done 2 races, but work-related issues has kept him from being able to race in this livery, and it's the first time we actually see the car on track, and a different color, purple, yellow and white, something completely different to what we've usually seen him in.
An absolutely stunning skin there, definitely, and very much welcomed.
Well, not sure what happened, but Jano's actually passed Margai, so Margai falling back, and Jano now putting his eyes set on Ryan Lurik there.
Yeah, Jano putting big pressure there. You can see so much later on the brakes. Definitely starting to feel a lot more confident with the car now, and really showing his way around here.
Well, he's put down the Breithongs, he's put on his helmet, and VR probably, and he's putting the hammer down and giving it his all.
And doing so very cleanly as well. It doesn't seem like any unsettling of the car, maybe just a bit, but seems very much stable at this point.
Well, back to the lead. We're going to see if Dani has made any impact. And Dani absolutely sliding that BMW there through the fast corner. They actually go almost 60 gear through there, down to 3rd gear here. And Dani is definitely now closing up to Dylan Visagi. So Dylan coming under pressure now. And Melvin just about hanging in there, trying to keep up with these two flyers. And the times, absolutely, all of them in the high 133s, which is not much slower than the qualifying times.
No, it's absolutely flying with us. I mean, it's times, these guys were pushing times that were not even seen in practice. So the guys are in at 150%, no doubt about it.
You see Dani again, that BMW not as good on the brakes, but he is still braking. And look at that, he's closed the door right acceleration there. So he just got a perfect line through there, and now he's right up the rear bumper of Dylan, and Dylan is going to feel the pressure surely.
No, that's for sure. And you can see Dani, despite having the car slightly low in front, still having the balls, so to say, to even start touching the curbs, of which sometimes not really wanted. But he's looking on the outside now. Is he going to make the pass?
Well, a lot happened.
Looking at it side by side and just falls in behind there. Maybe he's going to get the run up.
He's going to try and get the slip, and Melvin pushing the boundaries there. He also tries to get the run up there. Three cars, bumper to bumper. They are pushing it to the limit. Everybody wants this one. They've thrown all championship thoughts out the door. It's all about top honours here now, and they're all on the limit there. As you can see, just dabbing the brakes. And into the second to last corner. Again, the Subaru is very good on the braking there, and Melvin sliding.
Donnie as well, and losing a lot of time towards Dylan Phakisa. So that plays a huge role in how cleanly you can race and how much time you make or lose.
Yeah,
so
these rebel drivers don't like to be drifted and slide around. So Donnie having caught right up to Dylan now, having to do it all over again. But we have seen now that he's super quick into this next upcoming right-hander, and will he be able to do the same as he's done before? Again, late on the brakes there, gets a superb run out, and he does close the gap again, so he has got a better line through there for sure.
They definitely and got the setup worked up really well there.
Oh, and Dylan loses the rear. Dylan has just lost the rear, and Donnie has to brake, take avoiding action.
Oh,
Melvin goes on inside of Donnie, and he's got to try and line up Dylan on the inside there. Can he do it? Yeah, and Donnie goes for a move as well.
And Dylan,
and a bit of a touch there. That's going to allow Melvin to slip away ever so slightly. So Donnie, he's gotten past Dylan, but that's not what he would have wanted. He would have wanted to be in the lead now, yet he's still in second place. And Melvin was in third, somehow managed to get through there and has taken the lead.
Dylan very much felt the pressure there and is surely kicking his butt at the moment.
Well, in the background there, it seems like Margai has now caught up to... that is actually, where is Margai up here? Just want to find him, but Margai on the rear bumper of Jarno van der Westhuizen. So Ryan Lurik pulling away in fourth place, not being able to hang up to the front guys, but Margai now really putting in the challenge for first place here behind Jarno, and he's going to put the pressure on that, I can assure you. Mark, not an easy customer to deal with once he gets the speed out of that Focus.
No, it seems like, it has that transition phase, the first couple of laps, not really all at pace, but and then seems to build up. I can say that Mark does know how to look after his tyres as well, and maybe that's just what he was waiting for, is not overdriving it in the first couple of laps and getting the tyres to last that ever bit so longer.
And you can see him slightly looking up the rear there, looking at his teammate Wayne Mitten there, currently running in seventh place, just behind Mark, but not really getting the pace out of the Focus he would have liked. We see Ramsey there in the background, so we might have a look whether Lyle can catch up to the Focus here, but Wayne always quite quick, and once you catch up to him, he is not an easy customer to pass for sure.
No, that's for sure. Wayne definitely knows his defensive way around.
See Lyle Ramsey
awesome
there.
Job here by Lyle Ramsey.
That was a big one. Lyle trying to put it on his roof, but he hangs on to it, and that is surely going to cost him a lot of time, and possibly, yes, Yannick could see a catching up to him.
That's going to cost him a position, yeah.
So he's
surely not going to have the drive now.
He's going to have dirt on his tyres, and Yanni would have seen he's gone off, and he's got to try and work that into his favour.
And Yanni knows how to put pressure, that I can tell you.
Yeah, Yanni's struggling a lot, having headset issues.
Look at the power of that Honda on the back straight. It is insane.
And again,
and more curve hopping. Wow, that is brave. How he kept that there, only he knows.
Lyle pushing really hard. He knows Yanni is right behind him. He knows Yanni is not wanting to hang back, and he will attack immediately. So Lyle trying to get away and get that blue Focus away from him.
But Lyle, no stranger to front-wheel drive cars, definitely knows his way how to handle them.
Well, back to the battle of Margai, and we have lost Janu. So somewhere along the line, Janu, it seems, Janu has overcooked the BMW and has fallen behind Wayne Mitten now. So
it's a lot of time lost.
A lot of time lost, and you can see Janu, he's going to try and have to hold back a bit now, because that rear tyres will be completely overheated, and the BMW does not like overheated tyres.
No, that's for sure, but he's definitely still going to put some pressure on Wayne Mitten there, but Wayne not gonna let it go that easily.
Well, you can see the BMW seems to be a bit twitchy, a bit of a bump there into the rear of Wayne. Wayne's going to run wide, and Janu getting on the power too quick. That's what we said about overheating tyres. Oh, so Janu really frustrated at this state. We're going to leave him at that, mowing the lawns and getting some grass on track. We've got to go back.
Not the easiest recovery, that's for sure.
Back to the leaders, and currently Melvin Gous still in the lead there. Dani van Rooyen trying to keep Dylan Phakisa behind him now. But I think Dani is just playing a waiting game at this stage. He will be well aware that the Subaru stars are going off. He will be in chat with Dylan. They will be communicating the whole time, and Dani will be very, very well aware of what's going on all around the track and what he needs to do to try and catch up to the blue Subaru.
Well, that's it as well. Between Donnie and Dylan, they must have surely suffered some aerodynamic damages, which is surely going to play a big role into tyre wear and overall performance during the length of the race.
Well, they're not falling back at all. They are literally still bumper to bumper, and any mistake at this point of the race will see a complete change in the top three for sure.
Especially if it gets nail-bitingly close. I mean, there's no room for errors. And talk about it. That must have lost him a bit of time.
Pushing, and we can see Ryan Lyric there currently still in fourth place, also getting used to a new wheel. Something that he's been looking forward to, and finally got it all up and running and doing a superb job there. But not the happiest customer at the moment. Struggling with the Astra with handling, but making a good job of it and keeping Margai at bay at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. You can see some tyre wear playing a role now, as the left front around these two right-hander kinks are absolutely destroying itself.
And look at this, Dani van Rooyen now right up to the rear bumper of Melvin Gous. We're getting into the closing stages, about 3/4 of the way through race one, and Melvin getting heaps of pressure there from Dani, and Dylan also putting a lot of pressure there on Dani.
Yeah, it's a absolutely beautiful train here going on, and the concentration levels are super high here. Like you say, no mistakes to be made here. It changes everything.
You can see Dani van Rooyen is slowly but surely working his way out, how he's going to catch up and how he's going to keep Dylan at bay. You can see the Subaru, Dylan very late on the brakes. Yet again, the BMW just does not have that advantage. But out of corners, the BMW does have a tendency to get down the power very, very strong.
Yeah, that's for sure, and we've seen it now time and time again. And I'm sure Dani is not feeling too comfortable seeing Subaru badges front and rear, and is surely starting to get confused now.
Well, he's got to feel like what you call these little Japanese sushi thingamajiki, because he's got two Chinas ahead and behind him.
And really close behind him. Absolutely immense amount of speed carry through there.
And again, Dani actually super late on the brakes there. He knows Dylan is going to brake late, and he's trying to counter for that. And Dylan is not giving up. As I said earlier, these two guys are the top two in the championship battle at the moment. And if it continues like this, it is going to go down to the wire in the final event of the season on Kailami in 2 weeks' time.
That's for sure, because Melvin also being in championship runnings, this is putting a whole twist onto the final results.
It's definitely playing a massive role here, and as you can see, Dani van Rooyen there. Oh, and Dani puts it a bit sideways, so you can see Dani is pushing. He is not holding back at the moment.
No, he needs to close the gap in order to make a dent in the championship, and it seems like ever so slightly putting in the extra bit of effort is not quite always necessary, because it tends to bite.
We go through the field, just having a look at who's running where. Yannick could see currently there in a massive battle with, that is the car of Chris Foley. Yeah, Chris Foley, and then and Yannick could see Chris Foley gets together there. Unfortunately, Yannick losing it there. He did apologize after the race. A big massive off there. Sadly there, Yannick losing it under braking, running into the side of Chris Foley. So a massive shunt there, and that's something these guys will unfortunately have to shake off and just get it right next time.
No, that's for sure. I mean, it happens, and sometimes not in the best ways, but it can happen at any time.
Well, Ryan, at this stage, I think towards closing in, we're going to try and keep an eye on this. Dani is on an absolute charge. He knows he needs the points. Dylan knows he cannot let Dani slip away, and Dani is looking for a way on the inside.
Melvin runs very wide there. I'm sure those Subaru's tires are not working too well together. You can see Donnie having that ever so slight advantage. And yeah, Dylan also not really catching it that quick, but you can see there under power, Dylan got it right. He's following Donnie through.
Got a good drive out of there, and Dylan is just waiting for the right moment to attack. Now they will be catching up to the slower traffic pretty much towards the end of the race, and that might also play a role, as has been the case throughout the season. And Melvin running wide there, so that's going to put Donnie into position to go for a pass here.
Yeah, that's a mistake that couldn't have happened. That loses a lot of time. Let's see if Donnie can do it around the outside
On
there.
the outside, and look at
Not
Dylan.
quite.
Dylan
Doing
is
the switchback.
Dylan is putting his front bumper right up that rear bumper, and he is going to go for try and go for a move there.
We're going to reach 230 k's an hour through this first sweep.
It's flat
All
sixth
hands
gear,
on.
just dab the brakes as they go through here. You can see slightly just dabbing the brakes. And Danu is... and we see the car of Peter Gelderhuis there. So unfortunately for Peter...
I think that's Michael
Oh,
Russ.
that's Michael Russ. Michael having an off again. And I think he went to pick up some Honda spares as they used to run with the grass.
But Dylan having a huge look there at Donnie van Rooyen in trying to follow him through or even make a pass for second place.
Yeah, Donnie knows he's running out of time, he's running out of laps, and the Subarus are running out of tires, so he knows the best time will be now, and he is going to put the pressure on, and you can see just up there, Dylan coming really, really close there, and Melvin again going sideways, so that Subaru is on the last legs of its tires, and Donnie on the inside there is going to try and make a move. Will Melvin cut him off? No, they go side by side. A bit of contact there, but Donnie makes the move stick, and Dylan is coming in as well to try and make benefit of that. But Donnie having taken the lead.
Melvin going back at Donnie, not quite being able to squeeze it in there, but is he going to have the run on him now? Melvin's going to be in the slip, so as well as Dylan Versage, so anything can still happen.
One lap to go. This is the final lap, and it's three cars battling for the lead. Mike Ramsey getting out of the way there. Melvin almost losing it. That's going to allow Dylan, and Dylan has to back out of it. That allows Donnie to pull away, and Dylan now has his sights set on Melvin for second place.
Unless Donnie makes a mistake now, he's definitely got the win in the bag, but...
Oh, and Dylan loses it.
Dylan...
That rear tires on the Subaru has given up.
That slip through that has...
And Melvin Gous loses it as well, so... As I said, Donnie van Rooyen there taking the win. He knew what he had to do. He put the pressure on these guys, and he knew their tires was going to go. And we saw that both Subarus, Melvin Gous going off a bit there, Dylan Visage there coming in third place here, hung onto third place there. Ryan Lurik, a well-deserved fourth place, just passing Mike there. Margai bringing it home in fifth place. And an absolute fantastic race that we just saw. The guys really on the absolute limit for sure.
Yeah, it's just getting so down to the wire, and reading it correctly, Donnie doing an absolute superb job at knowing where to be, when to be there. Really spectacular.
Well, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break just to load in for the next race, and I can assure you, Ryan, you might want to go through the results while we cross over. We've got something special actually coming up, and I'm going to throw a video of what to expect in the next, well, it's actually less than 3 weeks before we have the next league starting up, and I think you can tell the guys I'm going to quickly load out, get the next server up, and while we do that, you can maybe just give the guys some info on what's planned ahead for SRA.
Yeah, so we've got some interesting cars coming up. So quite a mixed selection as well. So we're going to be having some pro car mods in the rear wheel drive category. The rear wheel drive being the favorites amongst the guys. And then we'll still be running inter-weekend leagues with one weekend being one league, and then the next weekend, the following league up and coming is the RX8 Cup car as well. Famous Australian RX8 Cup. No, absolutely fantastic mod. Definitely one to that's worthwhile putting the money and effort into. Splendid job by the builder. And then in about 5 weeks' time or so, we'll see a return of a front-wheel drive league only. So we'll have two front-wheel drive leagues coming. Choice of car not yet available, but yeah, we'll be doing that on Wednesday evenings, if I'm not mistaken. And yet again, we'll be running it interweekly, so 1 week on, 1 week off, with the respective leagues coming. So there's still a lot taking place in that, but definitely something to look out for.
Well, Ryan, just to give the guys a bit of how can I put it, a foretaste of what's coming. Hope you enjoy this one. Special thanks to Pieter Geldenhuys for his endless efforts in testing these cars, making the videos, always there to help. Got home tonight and he was on Discord busy the whole day, just enjoying himself. And well, I hope this makes you guys look forward to what's coming as much as it has us hooked at this stage. Enjoy, and we'll start the next race right after this with a full reverse grid. And there you have it, guys. Some things to look forward to coming within the next couple of weeks. Ryan, full reverse grid. It's going to be a heck of a race. We know Dani van Rooyen is quick through traffic, as is Jano van der Westhuizen. And unfortunately, Jano, after his off-scene race, one having to start from the back. Dylan Visagi, Ryan Lurik in there, Mark Guy, Wayne Mitten. I mean, all these guys at the back of the pack. And it is going to be a heck of a race to look forward to.
Yeah, it's always a very challenging one, working through the traffic. Definitely got to read it right and be patient as well. So let's see how patient these guys are.
Well, we've got on pole positions, well, second on the grid actually. I'm not sure who's on pole at the moment, but Chantal de Jager there on the outside line in the Proton Namibia Hyundai, and the car looking absolutely fantastic with those colours.
Yeah, absolutely. Very neutral, but very stunning there.
And it's actually Justin Vermeulen with Ismail Ali there, and then we have
a huge bag.
We're going to let them be, and we already see a bit of argy-bargy there, but they get through it more or less cleanly. And Chantal feeling the pressure and saying, "No, you guys go. I'm not going to be part of your bumping." And you see Amar Haidin there running super wide on the grass. He runs in the back of Leon Berger there. Chantal staying out of it. Wayne Mitten cuts on the inside there. Melvin Gous, Dani van Rooyen and Ryan Lurik, all of them already right in the mid-pack. And you can see Dani already attacking on the inside there of Chantal van Rooyen, de Jager. And Van Rooyen is, as we said, he is on a roll. He wants to get through the field. And it seems like we've lost Dylan. So Dylan Visagi, unfortunately, in the wars.
James, that is not favourable. He knows exactly where Dani van Rooyen is now and Melvin Gous, and is seeing the championship slip away.
Well, he should have put a Johnny Bravo on that car, then everybody would have backed away. But unfortunately, a Powerpuff Girl, not that scary.
No, definitely not. Ooh, and getting it ever so slightly
And
loose,
again,
but very tricky.
Lyle wants to put it on his roof on 2 wheels there, but Dylan making the best of it, and he's got some clear air now, and he's definitely going to push to get into the lead. All the while, Dani van Rooyen there catching up to Yanni Coetzee, and Yanni not an easy customer, but Dani immediately drives on the inside. Dani wants to get this job done. He wants to get to the front, and again, Yanni not making it easy.
Not making it easy, but he loses a lot of time in that rubbing though.
And yeah, that allows
position quite.
Melvin Gous and Ryan Lurik now. Look at this, Ryan Lurik and Melvin Gous now side by side. So Ryan has got his pace, and he's going to go for it.
Yeah, looking up the inside there. Is he going to have room? Because Yanni's going to close the door there.
Oh, and Yanni
Not
loses
quite.
it. Yanni a bit sideways there. That's going to allow Melvin to slip on the inside there.
It's very uncharacteristic to see the front wheel drives doing that.
I think he just touched the curb there, and again, Yanni really struggling with setup on this car. You can see he did not get a lot of seat time in during practice, and a bit of a bump there on the rear of the Subaru's bumper. But Ryan Lurik not backing out of it. He's on the inside, just barely misses the rear bumper of the Subaru there, and fantastic racing going on here, guys. Yeah, Dani now having passed Amar Gaidin, and is that Amar or is that the car of Henk Callaghan? I'm not. No, that's actually Henk Callaghan. So Henk right up there, having a good start, keeping his head in the clear, and that's going to score him some valuable points.
And Donnie just looking at getting away as far as possible from Melvin there, and just putting the hammer down.
And we see Henk moving out of the way. He does not want to be part of this. He's kept his head in the clear so far, and Dani now having to catch up to Wayne. So Wayne Mitten currently, I do believe, in second place, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, but I don't see another car in sight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we've got Ismail Ali there.
Well, Ismail Ali doing a superb job. Once he smells the lead, he tends to get quite quick in this BMW, and he's been getting stronger and stronger every single race, and currently leading, and he's got quite a big lead over Wayne Mitten. So if he can hang on to this, he might see himself in a good fight for top honours.
That's for sure. And talking about smelling things, the smell of Winfield, we're seeing some absolutely spectacular classic liveries here. Guys have made a lot of effort in making this the most beautiful cars to provide on our grids.
Yeah, the car's looking superb. I mean, the hours the guy spent on it is just fantastic. And you can see a bit of understeer on the BMW. But he's making good work of it. Look at this, Dani van Rooyen on the rear bumper of Wayne Mitten. So Wayne is getting some pressure there from the old man.
That's for sure. I mean, Dani van Rooyen there, seeing Melvin closing up in the background there, and is deciding, no, he's going to want to make the move, but decides to back out of it now. Is he going to go for a move on the back straight, having some slip? I'm sure he is. And right up the bumper there.
Ryan Luke going for a bit of grass cutting there, but he hangs on to it, does not lose too much time. But we're going to let the field settle down. We're going to see if Dani can make a move on Witten, then Wayne Witten, and then we're going to Wayne Witten. Then we're going to go through the rest of the field and see what's going on there.
Huge pressure there, and he dives
on the inside, Dani, and a bit sideways. That's going to get Wayne gets the power down. Dani, a bit of a slide there. Oh, and Dani on the outside. Melvin also trying to pass him, bit of contact there, but Wayne moving to the inside. Melvin gets the move done, so Dani up into second place now after only about 3 laps, and Melvin in third place, Wayne Mitten in fourth place. And
I think Wayne read that and said, I think I must not get involved here.
And Ryan Lurik absolutely loving this car, getting back into the groove, having missed the last 2 rounds, and just enjoying being back in racing.
Rocking up a wheel there.
While behind this whole pack of cars coming through, we're going to try and catch up to these guys. And Dylan Phakisa, let's see what he's been up to. And he is slowly but surely making his way through the field. We saw Ernest either coming through. I do believe that's the car of Peter Geldenhuys. Peter Geldenhuys driving with Sunstroke, so not the happiest customer out there in the other Subaru.
No, that's for sure. And
yeah,
definitely
Peter having retired to the pit, unfortunately.
Yeah, the reverse grid has definitely put a complete twist on some of the guys' expectations here.
And look at this, Jarno van der Westhuizen is back in the running. He's putting a lot of pressure on Henk Callaghan. Henk moves on the inside. Jan is going to go for a move on the outside. Behind him, we've got Yannick Coetzee as well as Michael Russell. And Jan goes a bit wide there.
Yeah, he
Ooh,
gets a
that's
little bit of
a
a tap
dangerous. Oh, and look at it. Amar just misses him. Dylan Visage on the inside there. So I think Jan had a bit of a brown moment there, having rejoined at the worst possible time. And Amar actually backing out of it, even though it was not. Oh no, that's Henko actually went off.
Yeah, not quite too sure what happened there, but yeah, I think some feeling guilty and just deciding let's not spoil it. But super tight racing. There are battles everywhere. Mark Guy, unfortunately, not having the best of starts there, starting ahead of Ryan and not anywhere near close to him.
Yeah, a bit of a bad luck start there for him, and Yannick Coetzee again locking up Michael Rust on the inside there of Yannick, trying to make a move. He backs out of it. And all the while in the background you see that pink cookie monster coming in.
Yanni very much suffering with a lot of understeer though.
Yeah, there is definitely, I do believe, some what you would call aerodynamic damage on that car for sure. And up ahead we see Ismail Ali. Now I do believe he's lost the lead. He's actually fallen behind Wayne Mitten as well as Ryan Ludik. Wayne Mitten now on the rear bumper of Ryan. And this is actually the battle for third place now. So Wayne putting the hammer down saying, no Mr. Ludik, you get back here. I want to race you.
Oh, that's for sure. But Wayne going very wide there and loses quite a bit of time there. But makes it up quite easily on the brakes there. We know that the Focus is much better on the brakes as well.
Ishmael doing a superb job as well as hanging in there with a BMW. As we all know, it's not the easiest car to drive out there. And he is currently in fifth place and he is not off pace at all.
No, he's definitely doing a fantastic job there. Very stable as well. You can see not overdriving the car really.
Keeping up there with Wayne Mitten. If he can hang on to this without making any mistakes, he is quite safe for hanging in there and get a fifth position for sure.
Yeah, and some great points at it too. I mean, under acceleration, just look at how he's catching Wayne Mitten there.
He just gets the power down, and then in the background there, you can see Michael Rust is really pushing super hard. He's gotten past Yanni Coetzee, and now Dylan Visage catching up to Yanni. So Dylan on an absolute rolls. He wants to try and bag the points. He knows down here is ahead. He knows it's a championship battle, and he wants every single point he can possibly get at the moment.
Yeah, Dylan absolutely having the drive of his life now, making each and every lap count, each and every second count. There's no spare time given here.
And in the background there, we see that is Chris Foley there with Justin Vermeulen. Just up ahead, a massive battle going on as well with JP Hamilton. Oh, and Lyle Ramsey getting a bit of a touch there from JP Hamilton. In front of them we have Leon Berger. And I think Henko Coetzee currently leading this battle at the moment. Henko Callaghan. Yep, that's Henko Callaghan. Followed by Leon Berger. Leon in another Ford Focus, Sassel Ford Focus, actually also looking pretty awesome.
Yeah, like I say, some very unique liveries here, and it reminds me of the cars Gary Fumato used to drive in the local production cars as well.
Yeah, just brings back a lot of memories.
That's for sure. But Henk doing an absolute stellar of a job there, as well as Ismail Ali.
I was just about to say Ismail losing a bit of ground there on Wayne, not too much, but I do think he's taking it a bit more careful, not wanting to destroy his tyres and make a mistake.
Yeah, it was ever so slightly back. We see Dylan Visage really making his way through the pack there.
Sorry, it seems like Michael has lost a position. Well, he's lost two positions. So somewhere along the line that Subaru has caught him out, and that's allowed Dylan to get past as well as past Yannick Coetzee. So Dylan now up into, I do believe he is in sixth place now. So he's got his eyes set now on Ismail Ali.
Yeah, and he's got huge clean air in front of him, and he's just going to make it count. He can get his head down now and just put the laps in.
Well, you can see Dani van Rooyen at his happiest, coming up there to lap Mike Ramsey. Unfortunately, Mike had a disconnect and then had to rejoin, so he's just going around to get the points in. And get some seat time, moving well out of the way of the quicker guys. And Dani this time round running away with it. He's surely got the car dialed in perfectly. He had a superb start and he's in it to win it.
Yeah, he's definitely, regarding that start, it was an absolute pleasure for Dani to make his way through the pack.
Well,
I mean, no hassles.
Ryan Ludik there in third place, nowhere near under attack of any kind. We see Wayne Mitten there trying to get that fourth position. He will be well aware that Dylan Phakisa is coming in. You can see he's struggling a bit with understeer. Ishmael now also catching up, so I'm not too sure if that focus is the happiest at the moment as he would have liked it to be.
No, and Wayne definitely, tends to get the focus quite well dialed in and not feeling it for this race. But also not the easiest circuit to get the time in properly.
No, it just burns the front tyres on these cars for sure, and I think the rear-wheel drive has a bit of an advantage there. Whereas going into Kailami, you've got a bit of everything, and that is going to throw the door right open between front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. So far this season, we've seen that.
And Ishmael's going for a move there.
He's actually going for it and caught up quite quick, so he spared his tyres. And in the background there you can see Dylan Phakisa also catching up quite quick. And Ishmael does not want to mess this one up. He backs out of it. It looked like he had a bit of a lag spike there, so that might be why he backed off and said, let's just try and get it home.
Yeah, I have seen it before, but absolutely great job there.
And look at this. The Powerpuff car is on its way.
Really, really, really going strong. I mean, he has been. I think he was. If I'm not mistaken, Dylan putting in the fastest laps each and every time. Yeah, definitely some internet issues there with Ishmael Ali.
Yeah, you can see Ishmael backing out of it completely, also running offline. So he is struggling with some connection issues, and he will be aware of that. So hopefully, this will not catch out Dylan. Dylan will also be seeing it from his view, and. At this stage, I don't think he's going to care anything about playing safe. He just wants to get through these cars and try and get the points deficit between him and Dani as low as possible.
Yeah, I mean, Dani gonna get maximum points if it continues to finish this way, and Dylan definitely wants to minimize the damages.
Just going through the field quick, seeing what's going on there. The number 911 car of Chantal de Jager there, all in America owned, but not too far back from is that Chris Foley. So she's actually hanging on there to Chris Foley after Chris we saw in race 1 having an off and just getting back into terms with the front wheel drive car, first time in the Honda, so he's probably running a pretty much standard setup, and it's going to take some time to get back into the groove.
Oh, that's for sure.
Nice little
with the only Corolla.
Ernest there, the lone ranger in the only Corolla, and then Amar Khaidin very wide there through the corner, and they're being followed by Keegan Paxton. So another three-way battle here, and Amar, that Hondas we've seen are quite quick if once you get them dialed in, and Amar doing a superb job here, and running right behind Ernest there, and Ernest just. Oh, and that's going to cost him some time. That's going to allow Keegan Paxton to make a move possibly on him.
All out on the battle.
Keegan trying to go for the inside there. Amar just closes the door.
Huge battle over here now. Seems like Keegan is looking at every single option, but not quite finding the way through.
Amar on his happiest, he does not want to give that position away, but this is allowing Ernest Heather to get a bit of a breather and just enjoying himself.
And that is
very wide, and Keegan's going to go on the inside.
They're going to be side by side. No, not quite. Amar gets the power down. Keegan being caught out there, but they both run very wide there. So, yeah, Ernest is just going to keep on pulling away if they continue to battle like that.
And also in the background you can see the rest of the field catching up to them, and if they're going to continue dicing like this, not too sure if Keegan slowed down there or Amar just went too fast, but they're still neck and neck, and Ernest all the while is pulling away, while in the background you can see Lyle Ramsey catching up, and I think Lyle Ramsey and Henko Callaghan having a massive battle here. They're side by side. It's a Honda battle all through. And Lyle again, he likes that wide line through there.
No, he's definitely got his car set up very well for that, and particular to his driving style. Like I say, no stranger to front-wheel drives. Definitely got some tricks up his sleeve.
And it seems like he's gotten past Henk and he's putting the hammer down, so it might be that they had a bit of an off or a bit of a two-wheel excursion and just smoke everywhere. But back to the leaders, let's see what's happening here. And Dani he's actually running away with this one. You can see
quite comfortably, yeah.
Quite far behind Melvin, Gous not being able to keep up this time round. And I don't know if Dani did some setup changes or what happened, but about 3 quarters through, and he's got this one in the back for sure.
Just really worked in his favour. Definitely in his happy place now.
Back to third place, Ryan Ludik also no pressure at all. He's got a little pink and bluish cartoon network Choriki catching him, and that will be none other than Dylan Visagie, who's actually doing a superb job in catching up to it does seem he is catching up. Whether he's going to be able to make it stick, I'm not quite sure.
No, that's for sure. I mean, Dylan having the absolute drive of his life, he is, like I say, making every single second, every single lap count. He just really wants to score some good points.
And look at this. Wayne Mitten unable to get away from Ismail Ali, and this has allowed Michael Russ to catch up to them. So it's a 3-way battle now for 5th place.
It is really tight, and Michael Russ not having the answer quite yet to come past. So Dani, he's also seeing some connection issues there, but or playing it safe.
Yeah, Michael always the wary one, but do not throw him away. He's gonna sit there, watch where you slow, and he's gonna catch you out, and before you know it, he'll be past you, and you'll still be wondering what's happened, and he's long gone.
That's for sure. Very, very wise at reading moves.
Ooh, that was very late on the brakes there. and we've seen Wayne before having been used as a brake, and that never catches out Wayne. He just goes on, does the job, and absolutely fantastic dice going on here.
I will say that was impressive, because I didn't think that the BMW's brakes were that good compared to the Focus.
Yeah, we know this Focus super strong in the braking and also not that bad on a straight. You can see him pulling away from the BMW there. And also Michael not quite being able to keep up down the straight with a Focus for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Michael also has some aerodynamic damage, which is definitely going to play a huge role. I know Michael being in the walls ever so slightly, and might have had one too many taps around.
We know he said in race 1 that the Subaru, he damaged the front bumper and he actually had to go pit to try and get it resolved. But he's going for moving the inside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he makes a clean pass. As I said, he's going to watch for an opportunity and he's going to go for it. Sorry, so Michael Lee moves up into 5th place.
I think it may be
6th place.
5th. Yeah,
no, 6th place. 6th place. Yeah, it's 6th place currently. We have Wayne Mitten in 5th place. 4th place we have the chasing Dylan Visagie, he's caught up, but he's not catching up as quick as he would have liked to Ryan Ludik.
Yeah, but he is definitely making some ground. But I'm not quite sure if he's just had a bad lap or not.
And Dani van Rooyen getting towards the end of the race now. On the limit, he's not holding back. And he almost loses it. So
that is very sketchy. That
Dani van Rooyen. That's
being
something.
225 k's an hour and getting it sideways is not what you want.
That is something we rarely see him do, and that just shows you how tricky that BMW is to drive, and that has allowed Melvin Gous to catch up ever so slightly. But Dani again, he's going to get the hammer down. He's not going to allow that to phase him. He's got about 2 laps to go, and he wants that win. He wants to retain that number 1. And an absolute superb job from the back of the pack, coming through the field. And actually a couple of guys saying that they tend to follow Dani lately, because he gets through the field and they just follow him through.
I can only imagine.
use him as the sweeper.
Well, as long as you stay up right behind him, I'm sure it'll be all fine.
Oh, and look at this. Dylan Phakisa now having caught up to Ryan. So I'm not sure if Ryan made a mistake or if Dylan just put in one heck of a lap.
Ooh, that almost got really scary.
But it just seems like that the Astra, the front wheel drive, has eaten away through its tyres, whereas Dylan has some sort of life left, although he's also twitching a bit. So I think the guys pushed the tyres really, really hard this time round, and all of them are struggling. So it's going to be pretty difficult to call what's going to happen towards the end.
Yeah, Dylan really, I mean, looking for that extra points. He is not going to give up.
Well, Dani van Rooyen there coming through. He has definitely slowed down. Melvin Gous caught up ever so slightly, but not enough to take the win here. Dani van Rooyen makes it 2 out of 2. He takes yet another win here at Phakisa in the penultimate round. This will give him quite a big leap in the championship points, but not enough to take it. Melvin Gous there taking second place. Third place then, Ryan Lurie. Can he retain it? Yes, Ryan just keeps Dylan Phakisa behind him to take third place. A well-deserved podium there. Dylan Phakisa in fourth place. Then up to the fifth place battle. We're just looking here. Mr. Wayne Mitten, he hangs on. No, Michael Rust actually takes fifth place. Wayne Mitten then in sixth, and Ishmael Ali Job well done in seventh place.
Front wheel drives definitely eating way through their tyres.
All the guys, Henk O'Callaghan coming through there. Kept his nose clean, not a mark on that car. Job well done. Everybody finishes up, and the end of, whoa, Mr. Ramsey, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm sure that was not planned.
And we see a Subaru there with flat tires. But guys, once again, thanks for joining. Hopefully the sound was okay. We had no complaints. Thanks for the guys who watched. Didn't really get to see the chats, but to everyone who watched, thanks so much. And yeah, we will be looking forward to next week for the penultimate round, or the final round actually, of the V8 Supercars on Bathurst, a 45 minutes endurance race where the guys will have to stop. And Bathurst, as we know, it is a killer track.
Yeah, but absolutely a lovely track. And I mean, like, that is going to be the race to watch. There's a lot at stake. It is just going to be really spectacular.
Well, guys, we will see you on this weekend in the V8 Supercars. Next weekend we will have the final round of the touring cars, after which we will take about a week or so break, and then we will be coming to you with 4 new fantastic leagues, with all the admins jumping in. A special thank you to Ernest Heather, Chantal de Jager, Pieter Geldenhuys, Ryan Lurie, yourself, everybody jumping in and putting something together that I think is going to be it's going to be something to join for sure, and we're looking forward to some epic racing.
And there will be something for everyone.
That's for sure. Well, once again, courtesy of Pieter Geldenhuys, guys, thank you for this video, Pieter, and we'll be seeing you this weekend. For those within SRA, obviously you know there's a lot of fun races going on throughout, currently 5 servers running. And yeah, jump in, have fun, have a chat with the guys, new guys on the Facebook chat. If you want to join, get involved, feel free to message Ryan or myself, and we'll gladly assist you. As for today's event, welcome to the podium finishers. Dani van Rooyen taking the overall win, Melvin Gous taking second place, Ryan Lurie just pipping Dylan Phakisa to take third place overall for the day. A superb comeback drive in a wheel that he's never tested before. Yeah, fantastic drive by all you guys, everybody who drove their hearts out. If we didn't give you enough airtime on the screen, next time roll it, crash it, or drive harder. Thanks for joining, guys, and have a splendid evening as well as a fantastic week.
Yes, guys, enjoy.